Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beast Quest Beast Review series episode 31. Today I'm doing my Beast Review on series 31 of Beast Quest, Guardians of Tangala. So, I will start off by saying, yes, I am late to the party. Honestly, reading Lupix with Lucas just felt like kind of a drag for me, and I couldn't, in good faith, I couldn't really get intrigued with the series. And so with Lupix, I kind of put the back burner. Well, after I finished reading it, I kind of put the next one on the back burner, so book 2. And then when the next 2 books arrived, because I pre-ordered them when they were released 4 months ago, I looked at them and I still didn't have that oomph to want to read them. Knowing full well that my Beast reviews I try to do when the series is released or around then. I failed epically on that, but hopefully for the next season and the next few series of Beast Quest that comes out, I'm able to keep more up to date with them. But like when I started this channel, series 1 to I don't know what number, 24, 23, were quite old at that point, so it's not like I've been doing this since 2008. I've been doing this since 2018. If you do hear a bit of a low grumbling in the background, please excuse that. That is my dog. He's currently in my room at the moment, and because he actually likes it in here, which surprised me, uh, he wanted to stay there, and I'm not going to tell my dog to move because he can't hear me. But it's also because I do care for my dog, and if he wants to be comfortable here, then let him be. He's fine. He's cute. I love him. Right. So Series 31 introduced us to 4 new beasts, which are Lupix the Ice Wolf, Pyrano the Water Dragon, Haraxor the Firehawk, and Petrock the Stone Warrior. Another add-on that these books have bought was it was the 4th adventure for the new Protect. Wait, hold on. Series 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, the 4th adventure for the new Protectors of Tangala, being Rafe, Myandra, Catcher, and Nolan. But in this one, they have their animal mystical companions with them. Rafe has a wyvern called Rugara. Myandra has a panther-like creature called Azul. Catcher has a monkey ape-like guardian called Veradu. And Nolan has a wolf-like creature called Marilla. With each book, well, at the end of this episode, I will talk more about them and what hopes I have for them in the future, and also what kind of personalities they have. But we're on the Beast Review. The bulk of this episode needs to be about the main beasts of this series. So we're going to start off with Lupix the Ice Wolf. We're doing the old formula that I've been doing these Beast Reviews, by the way. And that is a design 7 out of 10. Ultimately, it's just a big, bulky wolf, really. It looks bulky around here. With an ability it has, yeah, that makes sense, but a bit bulky for my liking. I do like the icy mane there, and the sharp points around its head, as well as the glowing blue eyes. And also the little cuffs there, quite I like as well. Other than that, it's just a generic kind of wolf. Thank you, doggo. Abilities is a 7 out of 10. I have listed the abilities here now. That's a new thing I'm doing with this, so I'm actually more accurate with this. We got Sharp Teeth, Sharp Claws, brings a snowstorm where she goes. So that's from Yakarix, that was originally there from, and then revamped to a Rainstorm with Verak. So this is the 3rd time we've seen this ability, to my knowledge. We got a Freeze Breath, which temporarily freezes opponents. Enhanced Durability. Water freezes onto her when she collides with water, and when it makes contact, it makes her seem bigger. So more bulky, more durable, let's say. Enhanced agility. With that, with her getting bigger, with the ice, that's going to hinder the agility but increase the durability. Enhanced hearing and smell. That's assumed because she's a wolf. And obviously a cold immunity. Not specifically mentioned, but if you're an ice wolf, I expect you to have a cold immunity. Fight, we have a 7 out of 10. It had Rafe throw his hammer towards Lupix, which landed in his flank, I believe, here. And then I don't even remember how he got defeated. But the thing is, though, it kind of ended before I even knew it. It didn't feel like much to me. The total for Lupix is a 21 out of 30. Honestly, it was kind of a disappointing start to the series. The abilities aren't anything great, and the only unique one has been seen before. And the fight felt rushed to the point where I have no idea what actually happened in the fight apart from Ray throwing his hammer. But yeah, Lupix, the personality is angry, so a bit, I wouldn't say the brightest, but head on into things, just going full out strength, blinded by rage kind of thing. Ultimately, though, it's just a disappointing start, really. For 31 seasons in, not the kind of start that I would be expecting at this point. Moving on to Pyrano the Water Dragon. This is Lucas's favourite of this series, from what his reviews say. Design, we got an 8 out of 10. This design is actually quite good. I like it. I like the sleek design of the dragon, as well as the webbed feet, claws kind of thing. And it kind of reminds me of the crocodile-like antagonist in Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. And then going along the back with the spikes there, I like as well as the fins on the arms. Quite good, if you ask me. Abilities is a 6 out of 10. And that may seem harsh, but then you just look at what we got. We got flight, which, yes, he has flight, but it's with Neverworld magic. So with that, I don't know what to actually do with this, because the Neverworld magic grants him flight, but that means the legend of Pyrano actually can't fly. It's the Neverworld magic that makes him fly. I'll talk to Lucas when we do Battle of the Beast with this beast on what we're going to do with that. But yeah, need to stress that. Enhanced durability, sharp claws, sharp fangs, a tail-like whip, and enhanced agility. That's it. No water breath, no nothing. It's nothing special. Fight is a 7 out of 10. I remembered what happened in this one, and a bit ironic considering the whole story, but that's on Lucas's side here. In shortness, he blew up, and what seems to be the fall of all of these beasts is established in the first few chapters, and then the fall happens at the end of the chapter, or at the end of the book, or in Petrock's case, halfway through. But we'll get to that one later. With this, though, that it was to be expected, and that was the one I predicted. But the side quest that Myandra had seemed more interesting in the fight against the beast, which, for the beast viewer here, is not a good thing to say. I found the side quest with Myandra and Azul more interesting than the fight with the beast. What can you do? Total for Pyrano is 21 out of 30. The abilities were all seen before, and the fight was predictable. No, the fight was predictable and boring for a beast like Pyrano. I expected more. For a beast of this that looks like this and is a dragon, I expected more. Yeah, so as I said, the total was 21 out of 30. Pyrano's personality is angry. I'm not arguing with Lucas on that one. So far, Lupix and Pyrano are both angry. We'll get to the others as I get to them, but yeah. Pyrano, better than Lupix, but I wouldn't say by a lot, really. Better design, but the abilities weren't any better. Up next, we have Haraxor the Firehawk. Now, design is an 8 out of 10. I like the kind of armor which covers Haraxor's head, but also breast and the wings. The wings also do seem to be natural feathers, but also kind of metallic as well, which I like as well. And I do have a bit of a bias for bird-like beasts, so need to say that there. But yeah, I'll say it's quite a good design. Simple but effective, where I think it levels Pyrano with design. Abilities is an 8 out of 10. We got a cluster of burning light beams from wings. And what I mean by that is that she can, on control, send a cluster of light beams coming from her wings to go all around what's beneath her. So it's more like a 180 firepower kind of move. Quite an impressive move, actually, and something that we haven't seen before. So that's great to see. We got flight, sharp talons, enhanced strength, and enhanced agility, beak, and power comes from the sun, which is her weakness. So direct sunlight, great power, not as much, but also something that is effective with the sunlight as well as the light beams. It is too hot. He is too hot to touch in sunlight. And what I mean by that is that it's established in this book when a cloud is over the sun, Catcher was able to grab on to Haraxor, and it's stated that Haraxor is quite warm. So if he's warm in the clouds, in the cloudiness, then in the sunlight it's obvious he's going to be hot. I will need to mention my problem with this beast later, but after that, fight is an 8 out of 10. I do like my aerial battles, and this is no exception. In Pyrano, Myandra threw her trident. In this one, her Catcher threw her axe at the beast, so I'm starting to see a theme here. And this one was a bit unique because instead of conquering the beast or defeating it, it's just a case of get the helmet off, you win. So I think that's the writer's way in saying that Haraxor is not only a proper beast, but is also trying to think how to word this. Proper beast, but also not an evil one. But also maybe too powerful to defeat, hence the convenient clouds covering the sun every now and then. Honestly, that was a bit. The clouds covering the sun, what seemed like every other chapter, it just made this beast a bit less of a threat. Like, if the sun was constantly up and Catcher defeated Haraxor, then I'll be like, yes, good beast, because no convenience coming in the way. That is my problem with the fight, hence why it's not any higher, because aerial battles normally do go high. But another problem I had with this beast is actually with all of them. These beasts are regarded to be part of Tangalan legend, but not real beasts, just legends that have been passed down for generations. It's been established that although in Lupix it may seem like the beast came from the Netherworld, no, Tangalan legend. They just the orbs that Zuba sent turn into beasts that are part of Tangalan legend. So that is fine. I can live with that. But the problem I have is that Haraxor is actually a beast of Tangala. The other beasts are not. They're legends. And that's what kind of throws me off this series, because even Lucas pointed it out, but not really in the way which I'm trying to explain it. He thought it came from the Netherworld, which is fine. I mentioned in a comment on his review on Haraxor that these beasts are established to be part of Tangalan legend because they've all been recognized by one character or another. However, Horaxor is an actual beast because of the corruption on his helmet. Whilst the others actually needed to be defeated, no, it's just the helmet which is the corruption for Horaxor. So that means instead of 4 beasts of Tangala, there are 5. And that's Wardock, Xeric, Plexor, Quagos, and now Horaxor. And honestly, if that's the case, that means there's probably another beast of Tangala that we have not met yet. And if we do, then happy days. What kind of beast would it be? I don't know, because we already have 2 flying beasts, so we can't be another flying one. But this just threw the lore that's from Series 15 out the window of there being 4 beasts. Nope, there's now a 5th one that no one knew about. So that's a problem I have with it. But ultimately, though, I would say Horaxor is still quite a good beast. With a total being 24 out of 30, he has a unique ability and a good fight with teamwork included, which I need to mention in the future, in a series retrospective video, which I'll be doing eventually, in Series 3. With teamwork, I like the design for looking as bright as the sun. Simple beast, but best so far. Despite having plot holes in the story, I need to say Horaxor, in my opinion, is the best beast. And that's because simplicity does make this beast good. However, it throws the lore of Series 15 out the window. But other than that, I need to be honest, it's not a bad beast. Moving on to Petrock the Stone Warrior, the finale of Series 31. And another monkey beast. And with that, we're going to start off with design being quite high for a monkey beast, being 7. I like the kind of Mayan or Aztec vibe I get from this beast with the helmet, especially in the belt. That's the only reason why it's even higher than 6. But it's also to do with the whole imposing kind of nature he kind of gives off. The abilities, I'm giving a 5. Yeah, a 5. With Stone Fists being the only good ability, we got Enhanced Strength, Enhanced Durability, Sharp Teeth, and Jewels on Belt that can heal. But it loses strength temporarily because it goes dimmer. And this is the proper weakness. When belt is cut off, the jewels turn from light green to purple, and then that will turn Petrock into a statue. Okay. No, I don't care for monkey beasts, I'll be honest there. But honestly, a weakness of that severe is not a good thing to be seeing. The fight in total is a 7 out of 10. Honestly, it wasn't rushed, but I could not find it entertaining for the life of me. Because it was just a chase from one place to another, a chase back to where the fight started, and then slice the belt off, done. That's what it felt like. The total for Petrock is 19 out of 30. Disappointing in general. Design is okay, but for a monkey, it's kind of meh. Meh. Abilities are boring, and fight wasn't rushed, but it was not entertaining at all. Personality for Petrock is angry, same with Horaxor. Sorry, I forgot to mention. But really, this series has been okay. Really. I really don't know what to say for this series because it seems like it had so much potential, and it kind of dropped the ball when it came to the beasts, and then the plot hole in Horaxor with the whole legend of Tangalan beasts, only for the beasts to be real. It's gone out the window. That window there, the plot, boop, out the window. Going on to the totals, we have designs 30 out of 40. Some interesting designs, but pull down for some simple looking points. Some simple looking points on each beast. Lupix being bulky, Pyrano just seem a bit bland along the back, but sleek, so that's fine. Haraxor, I wanted something more, but that one I'm okay with. Petrock, honestly, have another set of arms. You would have been a higher score. Abilities is a 26 out of 40. This is bad. The abilities are not anything special and kind of disappointing, with Haraxor's Sunbeam ability being the only standout. That is horrendous, with one ability of countless of this series which stands out. I mean, Pyrano's flight ability stands out, but with Neverworld Magic, it doesn't seem as special as what it could have been. And yes, Pyrano doesn't have wings, but he has fins, so yeah, okay, I'll give him that. Uh, no, no, I wouldn't say it's anything special. We've seen beasts without wings fly before. Blaze is one. Fights 29 out of 40. All the fights are kind of mid, to be honest, with nothing making them special. I wanted more from the fights because the fights is the main thing that I come here for. I want to see the value of teamwork. Hence why the Raxor's fight is the best one to me, because the value of teamwork between the characters they meet, their animal companion, and the main character fighting to defeat a beast. Or at least teamwork between the hero and their companion, which is only seen in the Petrock fight. But in Lupix and Pyrano, and even Petrock, Rugara, Azul, and Marilla are there just to distract the beast. And I feel like they could have done more. Marilla actually put up a fight against this beast, whilst the others were just bouncing around trying to wave their arms, get the distraction. Even Viradu was doing that to Haraxor. But they did nothing. They did nothing to actually warrant helping out in the fight. I mean, Viradu helped with the tug of war against Haraxor, but I wanted more. Come on. The grand total for all of this is 85 out of 120. This series, Beastwise, dropped the ball greatly. With abilities to fight, I can't find interesting at all, apart from the Sunbeam ability, and the designs aren't anything special. It has good points, but not a lot. And it hurts to actually give a negative beast review here, but I do not know what I could actually do here, because these beasts I can't for the life of me find majorly interesting. But anyway, it's not the worst series, I'll be honest, but the plot holes in it makes it not really as enticing. I wouldn't say it's the worst of the New Protectors series, but compared to series 1329, it's nowhere near as good. And compared to series 28, it might be better. I don't know. I do need to talk about the animal companions. Rugara, the wyvern, is alright, seems a bit full of herself, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She seems like a fun character. Uh, that's it. That's really all I can really say. She seems like a fun character, but she's also quite full of herself, which I can't really find interesting. I'm hoping to see more of her in the future, which I know we are in the next series because I've seen the covers. I just want to see Rugara do something more than just distract the beast. Azul, um, same thing. Like, I like the kind of shady vibe he gives off, but I think he seems to have a bit of a short temper. And if that gets established more in the next book, I'll appreciate that. But ultimately, he's not doing much for me either. Viradu, I do kind of like. However, he's a monkey after all. He seems overly cautious, and that I do kind of appreciate. But also, like, you're a monkey. Let's just keep you over there. Yeah, still not a fan of monkeys. Don't worry. And then we got Marilla, arguably from Lupix, is established as the more interesting of them all, seeming a bit more fierce compared to the others. So I'm just like, oh, okay, this one might be interesting. And she was kind of interesting, don't get me wrong. she's probably my favorite of the animal companions. But what throws me off with Marilla is that while she is the most interesting of them all, she doesn't really do much. She she's the one that recognized Petrock by a horrible stench which is produced, which Lucas says is from the beast, but I'm pretty sure it's established to be around the area that they're in. It may be from the beast, I'm not sure, so I'll add that ability just in case, but I'm not going to be in a rush to read Petrock just to see if the stench is from Petrock. I'm aware the hallucination's probably been from Petrock, but that's also not an impressive ability because we've seen that before with Koba. So ultimately, the animal companions, they don't do much for me, but I want to see more of them because ultimately I think they're a good foil, I guess, to Rafe, Myandra, Catcher, and Nolan. And a recurring theme I've noticed during each of the fights as well is that the new protectors throw their weapons at the beast that they're fighting. And whilst that doesn't really do anything much else, I do notice they all seem to be quite similar with throwing their weapons. But hey, they do that for good causes, so it's fine, it's fine. Just saying, I noticed that. Now, there's one more thing to do for this series, for this episode anyway, and that is actually rank the beasts of the series. We're going to start off with my least favourite of this series, being Petrock the Stone Warrior. Now, it comes to no surprise that the Monkey Beast is last place to me, but honestly, his abilities, well, his or her, I don't remember the gender, I think it's a her abilities just don't do much for me and just bring her so far down to the point where I can't find her interesting at all. Up next, we have Lupix the Ice Wolf. Interesting design, but also I can't find her interesting because the others have better designs and a better fight, really. I can't bring myself to like Lupix, and honestly Lupix threw me off this series from the start, so we got Pyrano the Water Dragon next as second place. Good beast, and I do understand why Lucas says is his favourite. However, I need to be honest when I say that the story was more interesting than the fight. I mean it. I mean, I couldn't actually find myself to be interested in the fight when the story was already quite captivating. So, unfortunately, I need to put Pyrano second place. The fight was good, a bit ironic, but other than that, no. Number one is actually Haraxor, the one with the plot hole. So this is my favourite of the series, and this probably will stay my favourite of the series unless Pyrano surprises me. But I put Haraxor as my favourite of the series because I found him enticing as a beast. The fight was great, and the abilities are good, and also has a unique one on top of that. So already a good beast. The problem I do have is that he's established as a proper beast at Tangala, and with that, I need to be honest when I say you kind of ruined the reputation of Series 15. I like Series 15, so I'm going to take offence to that. But with that, that is the Beast Review of Series 31. Ultimately, I will sum this up as saying that this is not a great start to the 30s era of Beast Quest. And when I say the 30s era, I mean Series 30 to 39, or 31 to 40, whatever you want to say. But Series 31, not a great start to this segment of Beast Quest's books. Hopefully Series 32 will pull it back up, and hopefully we'll have a series eventually with Tom and Alina back. If we don't see Tom and Alina again, I'll be kind of upset, but I'll deal with it. I do like Beast Quest. I will stick by it till the end, even if I do have my moments where I'm not really interested in the series anymore. I will get back into it. but Series 31 is just an okay series. It it borders Series 28 with entertainment value, but it has a plot hole which may drag it down. Compared to Series 29 and 30, though, it's not as good. So, a relatively negative review, but hey, Beast Reviews are all about my opinion. If you like Series 31, more power to you. But unfortunately for me, I can't bring myself to like it. Not a lot, anyway. But with that, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.